Welcome to our channel Data Test. In my previous videos, I have discussed about a Databricks introduction, how to set up the Express account and the high-level architecture of the Databricks. Today, I will be walking you through the Databricks web UI. Let's get started. I'm here at the Databricks serverless account. You can observe here. Fine, and let us try to explore upon the different options we have one by one. To the very top left corner, we get to maybe right toggle this navigation bar. Okay, if you would like to make for more room and all, you can try that. Let me just keep it turned on. And to the right of the menu, right, we have this Databricks logo, and below that, very shorthand kind of quick go to tool we have, that is a new. Upon clicking on that, you will be seeing they are giving us provision of uploading the data to the platform so that we can work with it. Creation of the notebook, creation of the query, the dashboard, Genie space, the job, DLT pipeline, alert, experiment, and so on. You could also see that we have something called Git folder, SQL warehouse, serving endpoint, and so these are all kind of drawn from all the different persona that we have, because Databricks supports the SQL persona, that is data analyst, data engineering persona. It also supports the machine learning persona. So that's where the quick handy operations we can do in different personas are provided over here. Our focus is on most likely data analytics and data engineering. So that's where maybe right interested things for us here are uploading the data, and how do we go about maybe creating the notebook, creation of the query. Notebook is nothing but like our Python Jupyter notebook, in case you know about the Google Colab and all. So it is an interactive environment wherein you can write your maybe SQL code or the Python code, and so we will explore it. Okay, eventually. Queries is the query editor basically, right? So upon opening it, you should be able to write the query over there. Dashboards are like your Power BI dashboards and all, right? So wherein visually you can observe for different KPIs and all. And job is also important for us. It's about how are you accomplishing your entire data task end to end. And as part of our entire data processing, we can be having data pipelines as one of the major component. So that is our DLT pipelines here. And whenever we are executing our jobs or the pipelines, we may want to be alerted about certain conditions that may be happening. Maybe the job is failing, or maybe the job is taking too long. So about that, we can get the alerts. So that stuff we have. And for version controlling of our work, we can utilize the Git. So Databricks provides the Git integration. And next up, we have here the SQL warehouse. This is nothing but the serverless service provided by the Databricks. Okay, so using this SQL warehouse, we will be able to run our queries and all. So this is the Databricks Express account that we are here. And if you get to observe, we will be having only the serverless features over here. So that's what you can observe from this compute option. If I hit upon it, you are seeing we have just SQL warehouses, vector search, apps and all is there, but okay, they are not provisioned by default. But SQL warehouse is by default provisioned, and we can simply go about starting this one. So this is limitation of the Express edition that we have here. You can check through. You don't get to create your own clusters and all, right? So there is already the serverless warehouse provided for you. It's not the serverless cluster, it is a serverless warehouse provided for you. I'm mentioning it to be serverless cluster and serverless warehouse. So we will see the difference and all later. Fine, there could be some limitations upon what you can execute against the serverless warehouse and normal serverless service, right? Fine. Let us start it. Okay, they have given us the trial. Fine, and most likely $400 of okay usage we can do. uh, Depends on the kind of maybe right account we are using to set up the account, Databricks account. Fine. um, See, in no time we got the server up and running. It is available now. What we can do is we can go to SQL editor here. It is our SQL um, persona that we have. And I was saying, so this is how, right, you get to write your queries. Fine. So you can maybe click on the SQL editor and you can come here, but otherwise this quick option was there, query. So that also brings up your it opened for you one more editor, right? Query editor. Your queries can be named and all. So that's what these are editable things. So you can simply say maybe this is query one and this is our query two. One second, query two. Fine. And we can save these queries. There is save feature available to us, but while saving it will ask where would you like to save it. By default, right, there is one okay workspace given for us, uh, the default kind of storage location. I can simply say save it there, right? Now it got saved. Likewise, we can save our the other query as well. I will simply say save. Let us write a very simple thing. Maybe let us just say here select current user, right? It is going to give you the details or name of the current user. We have logged in, right? So that name we get to see here. So query editor, when you execute the query, you get to see the result below it. So it is a data test that we have here. Fine. So where is this happening at present where we are? If you look at right to the left side, the catalog is open. And this catalog, you are seeing it from here also. So catalog, as the name suggests, it is going to give you catalog of different data objects present in your account or the workspace. Fine. Workspace is nothing but the environment wherein you are going to keep all of your project related things. Fine. In the workspace, we might have created our databases, the tables and all, right? So all those you can search through this catalog. Fine. It's going to give you the list of all those things and navigating to them and so now by default you are seeing that uh, we have been provided with okay my organization and some delta shades received and all under my organization. That's nothing but the account, right? My organization is nothing but the account that we have created. Under that they have created something called workspace for us already, which happens to be the default catalog. Fine. So what is this catalog and all we will see later. This is where after entering into the catalog you are seeing some familiar things like the database and all. If you expand it further, uh, our tables and all should be listed here, but we don't have them because I didn't create any. So this is about the metadata, the information underscore schema. Under that you will be seeing that we have different views and all. So this is about metadata, so don't worry about it. Fine. Next we have system. This is again for monitoring and auditing and all, so we can just leave about it. So when it comes to we working with the catalog as a common developer is that we will be creating the catalogs if at all permissions are there for us, but otherwise most likely it's like we will be having permissions to maybe query the data from the tables or creation of the tables depending on the role into which okay we have been maybe hired, right? So that's the case. And so with that now we mostly looked at the compute. So this is where you get the option of starting your server center. And next very important thing is the SQL editor. So this is where you get to write your queries and you can save them. And whatever queries you have saved, right, you can open them through these queries. You can see, uh, so I had created this one at so and so time, and you can click on it and you should be able to open it through the editor here. Fine. So what other options we have? We have your option of sharing. You can share your queries with your okay, team members and all. We can schedule the query to execute at some point and so on. We have the options. So at this time, right, to get started, I think this info is very handy. Okay, so you got to know how to start your SQL warehouse. It's like the server being running. Once the server is running, you can write your queries and you can execute, okay, your queries over here using the SQL editor, and you can save them and all. You got to know. So going ahead, we will be exploring upon how do we create the databases, the tables, and what are the different types of tables we have and all. Fine. Thank you. Stay tuned.